Hi everyone, welcome to this Matchday -1 media conference with Lee Carsley and Harwood Bellis, here to preview England's opening fixture of the Under-21 Euros against Czech Republic tomorrow. We'll open questions to the floor. We'll start with Alex Hull from BBC.
Hi Lee, first game of the championships are tomorrow. How's training been? Has it felt any different as the tournament gets underway so soon?
Yeah, we've had good preparation both since we got to Georgia and back in St George's as well. Trying to get the balance between the tactical, making sure it's enjoyable, and understanding that there's a bit of a fitness element to it as well. So there's been quite a bit of a challenge getting that right, because all of the players are in different scenarios. Some players have had quite a good break already. Some have had 2 or 3 days off. So getting that balance right has been what's key.
There's lots of senior players in this team that have played a lot of games for their first teams at their clubs. Does that change the dynamic at all?
No, not at all. I think it's we've been quite lucky this campaign that a lot of the players have been at the level where they've got minutes at their clubs, either by staying at their clubs that they're with or going out on loan and having successful spells. So like I say, I think we've got quite a good balance in the team at the minute with players that are playing a lot of minutes, especially towards the end of the season.
There's a few players who have made quite a lot of high-profile moves for tens of millions of pounds in your squad. How would you compare that to the other teams? You have a lot of talent yourself, but there's also some high-profile players across the competition.
Yeah, I think it's just part and parcel of football at the minute. I think it's you don't take too much notice of the fees that the players go for. I think it's more important that we're supportive of them. There's a not only the pressure that comes with the price tag on the pitch, but off the pitch as well, and making sure that we've got plenty of experience amongst the staff as well of moving for money and playing in competitions and being in and out of teams and being sold and all that. So it's making sure that we're available for the advice.
And Taylor, you're captain and going to be leading your country into the major tournament. How's it been for you, and how are you feeling ahead of the match?
No, I'm excited to get going. I feel like we prepare well in training, so I'll speak for the lads as well in terms of that we're all excited and feel like we're all prepared to get ready and get stuck into the game. Obviously, as you mentioned, being captain, I've said it every time I've been asked that it's obviously a massive privilege, and yeah, I can't wait to put the armband on, and it's a massive thing for me and my family as well. Certainly are, yeah. I'll put good money on there being a Stockport flag, yeah.
How has it been for you over the last 12 months? You're able to talk about your development as a player, not necessarily specifically
playing with under company, but just generally playing in a team so good in that division?
Yeah, I feel like it's the most I've improved as a player, on and off the pitch. The detail that's put in, obviously under the manager at Burnley, is incredible, and it's helped me massively. Obviously playing for England, trying to implement what I think I'm good at into the team, and adapting as well to what other players are good at and making them do things that they're good at as well. So now I've improved massively, and hopefully it continues.
What are the areas where you think you've developed the most this year? Because obviously they want you to have the ball quite a lot, and you're the one starting the build-up.
I think it's just seeing the game in a different way tactically, and obviously just recognising where the spaces are and where the overloads are on the pitch, and and kind of just the mentality going into every game, that relentlessness that the manager at Burnley offers, and he puts it into all the players. So I feel like that helps massively as well.
And on leadership, because obviously you've been captain in this group for almost 2 years, and the manager's put a lot of trust in you. How have you found it? Because there are a lot of players in the squad that have got a lot of experience in the Premier League, which you presumably will get next year, but you've not actually had so far.
Yeah, it is mad, but for me personally, I feel like that's just in me to just be myself around the players like that. And you know what, it's a good group to be around. You don't feel there's no pressure from anyone in terms of no matter where you're playing, whether it's abroad, whether it's Championship, Premier League. We're kind of all on the same level when we come here. We know our level, and we know how we should be performing. So it is an easy group to manage. I feel like we've got a lot of leaders in the group, it's not just me, and no, so that makes it a lot easier as well.
And just on Levi Colwill, obviously he was with the seniors last week. It's a fairly new partnership with the two of you. I don't know, like 4 or 5 games maybe. How have you found it? How good is he, and how well do you complement each other?
Yeah, he's brilliant. I think it's not just me who can say that. I think he's shown that all the way through this season. As he done last year what I've done this year in terms of the games we play in the Championship, and yeah, there's no doubt he could go and do it in the Premier League, which is what he's done this season. And yeah, he's really enjoyable to play with. I feel like we complement each other, and hopefully we can get a good partnership.
How ready is Colwill for this? Obviously been training for the last few days. Is he looking sharp? And
Yeah, he's obviously come off the back of training with the senior team. Had a good experience. You know, flew in. Was obviously tired when he got here. As you know, the journey's tough. Had a recovery kind of session and has trained well ever since. So he's in a good position. You know, I expect him to, along with Taylor and the other centre halves, have a strong competition.
I saw that. Does that say quite a lot about him though? Because it was a long journey.
Yeah, definitely. I think what I've noticed, not only just about Levi, but all of the players, they're really motivated and committed to being here, and not just being here, doing well. And hopefully we can get off to a good start.
And can I ask a sort of more broader point about some of the other squads in this tournament?
Yeah.
Quite a lot of the countries have got players that have a number of senior caps in them. So like Mudryk, Tonali, Italy.
Yeah.
There's only Smith Rowe that's got senior caps in this squad. Do you think that England view the tournament in a different way to other countries? And is it fair to say that it's more about performance and developing the players rather than winning it?
Well, I think you know, we have to do both. We have to try and win it, and we have to give an experience of being away from home for a lengthy time, being able to prepare yourself mentally as well as physically, and then the demand of playing against you know, top level teams. We've spoke about this in a couple of the meetings, that there's a big difference between a qualifying campaign and the tournament. We've noticed that in the past. That's why it was important that we tried to play as many of the top nations as we could in the friendlies that we played, just to give the lads an idea of how that looks. I mean, you don't quite get that pressure of a friendly to replicate playing against, for instance, the Czech Republic tomorrow. But I think we've made the players fully aware that it's a high level competition. It's the last time that a lot of them can play in this kind of competition. Obviously the amount of recovery in between games is going to be a test as well, so making sure that we're recovering properly after games and all the rest of it. But yeah, like you've just mentioned, there's a lot of high quality players here, not only in the England team but dotted throughout the tournament.
And with those friendly games, so like the Germany game in France, Italy, did you approach it any differently to a normal friendly? Did you try and G them up as if this was a big to create that pressure in it?
No, not really. No, you know, we always, regardless of the opposition, whether that be, without being disrespectful, Andorra or Italy, I'd like to say the same level of detail and preparation went into the game, because ultimately you're playing for England and you're representing your country, and there has to be a pressure that comes with that, because every time an England team take the pitch, regardless of the age level, they're expected to win, and not only winning with a certain amount of style as well, which is really important, because we've got a lot of players in the pathway that are very you know, have high potential, and providing an environment and a culture where they can do that is what's key.
Any more? No? Okay. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jack.